In recent times, Zambia, along with much of Africa, has experienced a severe drought. This has had devastating consequences for farmers and for food security throughout the region. At the farm belonging to the Falconer home, recent maize crops have failed, resulting in Simon having to buy maize to feed the children. Maize is used to make shima, the staple diet of Zambians. But because of the drought, it is scarce, and what is available is sold at vastly inflated prices. To combat this, work has begun to install an irrigation system at the farm. There are 170 hectares of land, most of which is uncultivated bush. The intention is to cultivate 5 hectares of maize and 1 hectare of other crops: soybeans, sunflowers, sorghum, groundnuts, beans and red peppers. These would provide food for the children, cooking oil, animal feed and food to sell. A solar pump will draw water from the river which is adjacent to the farm, and this will be fed through pipes to water towers in 3 locations: the maize field, the soya field and an area for livestock. From these water towers, the maize field will be irrigated using the rain gun method, and the other field by a drip system. A reservoir will also be dug to store water.
We've come to the area where we need the water for irrigation. And as we look down south is where the maize production would be, with good the right type of soil. And then as we go up north, on the right side of my arm, that is where different crops now are able to be grown. But this side, where the right hand side, is where we have the trench. Actually the trench was ready quite a long time ago, and we were waiting for help towards the water pump. And now water pumps, this is the solar water pump. And once we get that, it means we'll be able to have the water fill the tanks, and then the water from the tanks would come to the irrigation sprayers, I should say, and then we would then have water to irrigate for better harvest. And I'm very, very confident that once we get it the way it needs to be done, we will certainly have a better surety on food security. At the moment we are putting up stronger towers so that we're able to hold 10,000 liters of water, 10,000 liter capacity than the 5,000 liters we had. So I believe that by the time we are ready to have the tanks supplied, it will be wonderful, because it will mean we'll have more water than we would have had we not made the change.
Okay.
Yes. And the young men are excited, very, very happy to to do the extra work for the sake of getting things better here at our farm.
Thanks to the amazing generosity of supporters, the vast majority of the equipment has already been purchased and work on installation has begun. A professional team is carrying out most of the work, and here we can see solar panels already put in place. And here we can see the rain gun sprayers being tested. Because of the difficult terrain, most of the equipment is being transported to the farm by ox cart. There's still much to do, however, and funds are still needed for the purchase of water tanks and more pipework, for security fencing, and for further labour costs. So, in what ways will the Falconer home benefit from this irrigation system? First, it will provide food security. The home will have a greater level of self-sufficiency without having to buy maize and other crops at inflated prices. Secondly, the home will be future-proofed against a changing climate where droughts and other major weather events are likely to become more frequent. Thirdly, the farm will be able to offer employment opportunities to those at the home who are reaching adulthood. And finally, growing food to sell will generate an income, again helping the home to achieve a level of self-sufficiency and securing a better future for all. So, how can you help? Firstly, your donations are always greatly appreciated. You can donate by cheque or via the website or scan the QR code on screen. Could you organise a fundraising activity? Maybe a sponsored event, a coffee morning, or a bring and buy sale. Or you may have your own brilliant ideas. And most importantly, please pray for the home, its staff and children, for the ongoing work at the farm, and for all at the Falconer Trust. Thank you so much for your invaluable support.